What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. His video is entitled, Will New Protests Affect Voting? And what I mean is, Philadelphia, there's definitely a protest for the brother that got shot. Caveat about that. What was very interesting about that was, you notice that when the cops shot him, and I think the mother or the grandmother started punching the cops didn't feel in danger. You know what I'm saying? You just notice that, right? So it's not I'm not trying to make it necessarily a black male female issue, but it's the cognitive dissonance of, if you feel like you did something right, you wouldn't be letting somebody hit on you like that. But whatever. But the thing about that is also thinking about, I talked about the polls last week and how the polls are tipping for Biden last week. And in the wake of things like this, nobody asked, well, is that going to quote unquote spark people to vote? Because there are people on the opposite side of that equation who look at incidents like this is why, I'm voting for Trump, because of these situations, right? And I'm talking about the racial aspect of it, where, you in some ways like it like that and like these type of scenarios, and you want to keep these type of scenarios from happening. And by the way, I don't think anybody has brought this up, but have you noticed that, I know they dropped one of the third degree charge on the cop that killed George Floyd, but you notice that hasn't been a trial yet. So all of a sudden, the trial is going to be after the election, right? And because I would bet that, how can I put this? It's a democratic state, so if the cops don't get locked up in that state in particular, which they won't, because the only cop that went to jail was the Somali cop who shot the white lady. The other cops didn't. The cops that killed the Asian guy that killed Philando Castile didn't go to jail. The other cops that tried to harass the brother, and I think arrest the brother at the daycare, I don't think they got anything. So these other four cops don't assume that they're going to get anything either. But that would kind of, I think, tip people's vote in a different direction, right? So why I'm saying that is, has anybody taken into consideration that in some ways you got people saying, this is why I'm going to vote for Biden per se, but it's going to be a hard sell for some because it's like the crime bill. I'm going to vote for Biden because I saw this happen, but the crime bill, that's going to be a problem. But people could do it, just like some people feel like, Trump is dog whistles to racism and white, the extreme right part of racists and white supremacists, and the people who like to do the, quote unquote, the Proud Boys comment that people took as this is a hate group. So then you're going to have people like, well, we need more people like that around so we can keep these Negroes at bay, right? Same thing with the incident with the Asian guy in Arizona that I talked about yesterday. This is a no N-word zone. When things like that go viral, nobody's asking about, how is this going to affect voting? Because the reason why I'm saying this is part of Trump being even the president, to be perfectly honest, from a black perspective, has to do with you hated Barack Obama so much that you went, he's black, let me go as, somebody who is dog whistling racist, right? So we got to get the country back uber white again and uber forget them niggers type of thing again. That's what I'm talking about with the, you know, the dissing the Mexicans, dissing the Muslims, you know, the racial undertones, even dissing us. So it's like this is gonna, you know, don't be surprised if there's a surge, and at the same time, don't be surprised if there's like in Philadelphia, it might, you know, that might turn the state either blue or red because more black people might vote because of the protests, or they might slow the voting down because of the protests, or more white people in rural areas of Pennsylvania might go, see, this is why, you know, no, I can't let them take over. So we got to go vote. Trump 2020. And this, what I'm talking about right now has nothing to do with policy, has nothing to do with actual political views. It's just a knee-jerk reaction to something that would be considered a racially charged event. Unfortunate, you know. But this is how America normally votes. And, you know, let me get a issue that triggers me, and I'm going to vote to make sure what triggers me doesn't exist. To me, kind of dumb because, you know, I can't say this situation happened like it was planned to happen, but I can say as far as voting wise, it's kind of perfect timing to see, you know, where the tiki torches, as Bernard Riley would say, the "you will not replace us" guys. This is like a dog whistle. We got to get out there, and we're gonna find out some things. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Same thing with the unfortunate thing about the situation with the guy who got shot. I think they called the cops 3 or 4 times on him that day. I know some of the sisters gonna make the statement that how can I put this? You know, we march for you, and some brothers gonna be like, y'all caused some of this too. You know, so that can be a whole nother division also for a reason why a man will vote Trump or Biden, because, you know, or even it's not independent, because I think I did early voting, so I know it was Trump, Biden, it's a libertarian candidate, and a green candidate. I don't think it was no independent candidate, but vote in whatever direction. So that's just my thought about this situation. I'll catch y'all again. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.